It's March 1st, 2018. This is my Wurlitzer theater pipe organ console. There are 97 stop keys on this console, and there are 10 pistons. Now the pistons on this console are divisional, meaning that these pistons only control the rail stops related to this manual, and these pistons only control the rail stop, the stops on the rail relating to the pedal and the lower manual. And I'm going to change that. I've got a new project going on that I'm going to add to this instrument that I'm going to be working on, and I'll show you what that is. On my bench is a Peterson duo set multiple memory combination action relay. Now this relay came out of an organ down south somewhere. It was probably installed somewhere in the late 70s. Hard to say when, but I acquired it from someone that wasn't going to use it. It came out of a defunct instrument. And what I have here will control 80 stop keys. I'm 4 boards short to do I think 96. It would do 96 stop keys if I had these 4 boards, but I don't have them. But I've got enough boards here to do 80. And it also has 8 levels of memory, which I'm going to use this selector switch to choose the levels of memory that so that would be 80 stops with combinations times 8. That's quite a lot of combinations for the instrument. Now, I've got it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to breadboard this together with a few indicators or stop key type magnets on the bench to test it to make sure it all works. But I have to do a few things initially, and one of the things is, in order to hold the memory, they had rechargeable NiCad batteries were supposed to go in these battery holders. Here's a board with the battery holders drilled out. And the reason I had to drill them out is when I got the relay, they had Radio Shack batteries in here that completely corroded and destroyed the holders. You can see this one, for example. See, it's missing. A contact is missing out of here. There's still some corrosion on it. So I bought these plastic holders to replace it with. I have this set of NiCad batteries to use. I think they're NiCad, I'm not really sure. But they're rechargeables, and they'll work fine. They won't leak. And so my project begins with fixing these battery holders. So this will be a start, and I'll keep making videos as my progress goes on. So what I've done is I've mounted the new battery holders onto the board. I have 6 volts, which it's supposed to be. All 4 batteries are in series. That's how it's supposed to perform in the circuit. Here's one of the old ones, and as you can see, get some better light on it. It's suffered a lot of corrosion. The one that came off of here was the worst one. The one that's still on here is about the best battery holder, but all of these battery holders had Radio Shack batteries in them, and they all corroded and rotted, basically rotted the ends of these things, the contact ends of these things off. So this is what I'm doing. these plastic battery clips in place, and I'll do the rest of the other two boards. And then the next step is I'm going to start figuring out how I can breadboard this thing together to start doing some testing on it to see how it's going to work before I actually start redesigning the combination action that's in the console and installing this set of boards. I want to make sure this thing works exactly right before I do that. But so far my battery replacement plan is working real well. So the next video will be when I've got this thing breadboarded up and see how it operates on the bench.